Hi, this is Misty and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a fall sign using Dollar Tree wooden pallets. I picked up 3 of those, and then I picked up 2 of these Dollar Tree pumpkin filler picks. One is just this traditional pumpkin color, and then I've picked up another color here. It's kind of like a burnt orange color. They look a little more weathered. I'm using the Waverly White plaster chalk paint. It's just more of an off-white. Then I have one of my galvanized words that comes in the 3-pack, and I chose to use Harvest today. So I'm just going to take these palettes here in my Waverly chalk paint, and I'm using this 1.5-inch brush from Folk Art again. I really love this brush, and I'm just going to sort of use a dry brush technique. I'm not really sure if you would call it a dry brush technique, but I just don't want to fully cover these palettes. I just want to give a weathered look. Here I'm going to be using the faux rust technique using Mod Podge and cinnamon. Y'all let me know if you've used this technique in the comments below. I have seen other crafters use this technique. I have not seen anybody do this with the galvanized words. I'm just taking my brush here and applying the Mod Podge in random places on the Harvest word. I just want this to look weathered. I don't want the whole thing to be rusty. So I just thought I'd apply that in random places on the word, and then I'll sprinkle my cinnamon over top of all of that. And I do go ahead and just try to get the excess off of that, and I'm really not pleased with how it looks, so I'm just going to go in with some more Mod Podge and reapply in more areas. It just didn't seem to cover much area, so this time I'm just going to leave it on and let it sit for a while it dries. And that seems to work, and I do go ahead and seal that at the end, and this is how it turned out. I was really pleased with it. So I have glued my palettes together, the 3 palettes that I have, and I didn't catch that on video, but I just glued those together on the sides, and I did use a craft stick to just give it more stability on the back. And so I'm just taking my hot glue gun here, and I'm going to glue this Harvest word down. I don't know if my hot glue just wasn't hot enough or what, but I did have to go back in on the H and the T and glue that down. So this is me just going in and trying to get the flyaways of the hot glue away. Y'all let me know how you do that. So I am taking these picks, and I do have tin snips, but I just didn't know where they were at the time. So I just score them with the scissors, and I'm just able to break them off really easily. And the overall goal in this project is to just make this look kind of like an old pumpkin patch, like the pumpkins are growing in around them, around these pallets and through these pallets. So I do definitely want to use the vines and the leaves and the pumpkins, but I don't really need the bottom half of those stems. So I do just go ahead and try to stick some of the vines in the crevices of the pallets. And I'm just going through to try to place everything where I want it to be. I think that was the hardest part of this project, is just figuring out where I wanted everything to be before I glued everything down. But a lot of these just fit really nicely in the crevice, and it just looks like it's growing through the pallets. The pumpkins just look like they're growing through the pallets. So I really like that look. Some of them I do take apart the leaves. Some of them I leave them on the vines. Just going to go in and glue some of these in there. And I just use a broken popsicle stick that I had at my workstation to get that glued down into the groove. And then I'll glue my leaf over that. I just want it to look like it's growing through again. And once I get all this glued down, I take some nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, cut that down, and glue it to the back of this sign to use it as my hanger. And here's the final project. I really hope y'all enjoy. Thanks for watching.